Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Brookfield Central High School in the main gymnasium as we got WIAA Boys Regional Basketball Final on your way here this evening on Zaleski Sports. A lot of great premier basketball all day long around the state today, whether it's girls, boys. This is March, ladies and gentlemen. Number 5, Beaver Dam, traveling here tonight to take on the number 1 seed, Brookfield Central, in bout where the winner of the game tonight gets the regional championship plaque. Glad you guys could be with us here tonight. Elijah Vanksalata on the play-by-play alongside my partner Matt Peck. I mix that up sometimes. But this is going to be a really fun game tonight in the boys regional final. Last night we were at right here at Brookfield Central. Again, want to thank them for accommodating us and willing to get our stream going here for the second night in a row. As last night Brookfield Central defeated one of the teams Beaver Dam is familiar with, DeForest, in a pretty good battle. And last night Beaver Dam had a heavyweight bout against the 4-seed Sauk Prairie in a back and forth battle till the end. The atmosphere was off the charts in that game, and I think it will be in this game tonight. The Beaver Dam Beavers took on, they beat Sauk Prairie as they ultimately closed it down at the end. I think they won by about 12. Not officially sure about that, but Beaver Dam, they are head coached by Tim Ladrin. Their record is 14-12, including playoffs. They finished 6th in that Badger Large Conference. That's a tough conference to play in. You got good teams like Oregon, Waunakee's in there, right?
I think so,
yeah.
yes.
I'm trying to think. There's a lot more teams in there too that are really good and really could put up a fight. But we were in this very gym last year around the regional final time, and something really crazy happened as Anthony Bull for Racine Case hit a game winner. But don't be surprised. This is March, ladies and gentlemen. Crazier things could happen. I would say right now, early on, Brookfield Central, they got a really great squad and can put something big together here as they won the Greater Metro Conference with the head coach Dan Wandry, veteran coach, 18-7 record. They shared the Greater Metro Conference Championship with Tosa West this year with a 12-4 record. They averaged 68.7 points per game. I'll get into my player notes just in a second, but right before we begin the starting lineups, we will head to the national anthem right now.
Welcome to Brookfield Central High School for tonight's WIAA regional. This game features the Golden Beavers from Beaver Dam taking on your Brookfield Central Lancers. Beaver Dam and Brookfield Central, they promote good sportsmanship in all athletic events. Players and fans are expected to refrain from any negative comments, gestures, and cheers that would reflect poorly on them or their school. Please exhibit a positive and supportive attitude and show respect for the coaches, players, officials, and fans at all times. Now, to honor America and those defending our freedom, we ask all who can stand for the singing of our national anthem, sung by Gabby Zamansky.
Oh, say, can you see how
Back here on Zaleski Sports for the WIAA Boys Basketball Regional Final. We're set for a really big thriller tonight here. We're going to start it off with the Beaver Dam Beavers for their starting lineup. Number 4, Captain EJ Salatel. Number 5, Parker Blank at the other guard. At the forward, number 10, Carter Kinsey. Number 13, Parker Stobie. Number 14, Isaiah Younger. And number 20, Jeffrey Friend. Pardon me if I'm saying that wrong, but I might have read it wrong in my pronunciations. We spoke with some of Beaver Dam's. I spoke with one of Beaver Dam's coaches before the games for pronunciations, but it's on me for my handwriting on that one. Once again, the Beaver Dam Beavers are coached by head coach Tim Ladrin. And now the starting lineup for the number 1 seed, Brookfield Central Lancers. At guard, senior captain number 3, Anthony Rise. Number 4, sophomore Nasir Avery. Number 24, junior Matthew James. Number 31, forward Henry Grutzmacher, standing at 6'8" tall. And at number 33, junior Evan Prusko at the other guards. The Brookfield Central Lancers are coached by Dan Wandry, who loves to see us every time we have him here, especially this time of the year. And we're excited to get this one kicked off, Matt Peck.
Oh yeah,
tonight.
It's going to be an exciting one. Brookfield Central last year, we were here in the regional round. Obviously, they weren't the 1 seed though a year ago, but had a pretty high seed. Obviously, they fell a year ago in the regional final, but also keep in mind a year ago they were Division 1. Now they're Division 2. And we have a score update right away off the bat from Elijah. It's Arrowhead trails De Pere by 4 points with 6 minutes remaining. That's a really close game considering the seed matchup over there.
And before we start tonight's game, I wrote some notes for this one in our regional final. Beaver Dam, the keys to win. Got to be able to cool down guard Anthony Rise as he likes to attack in the paint or get other guys going when he's not shooting. And big man Henry Grutzmacher to prevent the high score outbreak. If both can get going, it's going to be a problem for Beaver Dam tonight. Have to be strong in that rebound game because Brookfield Central made it too easy against the Force, grabbing 37 rebounds. Don't give them any second chance opportunities and need all the key players to step up for Beaver Dam. Regional final underway here on Zaleski Sports.
Say we're not that far yet. Close though. Sectionals will be this coming week.
Beaver Dam bringing a really big student section out tonight. Going to go to Henry Grutzmacher. 29 points, 15 rebounds last night. Our Highlight House player of the game last night. Good ball movement on the outside and double team in the paint, and it's going to be a foul right away. Like I said, you got to be able to stop Grutzmacher if you want to win. Not on the foul game, though. Isaiah Younger will be called for the foul. My keys to the win for Brookfield Central squad, be able to take over the two-man game of Henry Grutzmacher and Anthony Rise. Those two have been lethal as they make up a lot of the scoring for Dan Wandry's squad. They throw it out of bounds, good defensive pressure. Other thing is continue the dominance off the glass and getting boards with the immediate size they have, and ball movement is key without turnovers. They had about 20 assists last night. Moving the rock around goes a long way for Dan Wandry's squad.
Yeah, going to be exciting to see how Beaver Dam comes out battling after the long test they were put through last night with Sauk Prairie. We were following that game, and they were out there late.
Top of the key, wide open look that time from Jeffrey Friend. Can't get that one to fall. Lancer's going to take it up the floor. Anthony Rise at the top of the key, thought about it. Matthew James, shoot that. He's wide open. He didn't want that rhythm. Now he's going to get another wide open look. Oh, maybe that's a scouting report on him as he gets all air that time on the shot. And it looked, he was way wide open. That's a shoot-around shot right there. Maybe a little bit too wide that time for James.
Just in case these guys want to interview.
Winner of this game will take on the 3 or 2 seed as miscommunication by Beaver Dam that time. Head coach Tim Ladrin telling him, let's slow it down a little bit here. Both teams trying to get in the rhythm of things. Winner of this game gets a regional final plaque at the end.
Beaver Dam comes about an hour, 20 minutes. Comes from about the central part of, let's say the city doesn't look as far, but they're like really far off the freeway. That's what makes it further away.
Rise kicking outside James.
Oh,
the Beaver Dam student section trying to get in his head with the air ball chance. Back outside to James. Every time he gets the ball. Oh, he wasn't paying attention that time, but Prusko just there. And they get it right back to him again. Not a big three-point shooter on paper, Matthew James is, but Anthony Rise the leading scorer for that team, Prusko. And the pass is deflected and stolen to Beaver Dam. They got numbers if they hurry. And a little bit too fast again. Look to find his man. That time it was Parker Stobie down the floor, the senior. One of the things to mention for Beaver Dam squad, if I do the count one more time over again, they only got 2 seniors on their team out of the 16 players. So safe to see Tim Ladron's got a pretty young squad on their team, and their leading scorers are pretty young as well. No score here as Anthony Rise makes this a 3-0 ball game to start. Nobody better than Anthony Rise. He says, let's all rise for Rise here.
His final game in this gym is no win or lose is it for some of these seniors for Brookfield Central, so they're going to want to soak it in and try to get themselves with a win tonight.
Moving it around the key. Trying to respond from it that time was Isaiah Younger. Can't get to go. Rise. Kick it outside. Prusko. Rhythm 3. No good. Rebound by Grutzmacher and 1. He's going to be a tough man to stop, and I nickname him the Tower of Terror. Just a freak of nature when you get to the paint. Foyne will be called for the foul, and Grutzmacher gets his first and 1 of the night. 29 points, like I said last night. 18 of those 29 came from the paint. All of his points came there, other than his free throws. I should say 24 of them. Oh, almost got the ball back. 5-0 lead early on for Brookfield Central.
Yeah, obviously Brookfield Central looking to try to start the same way they did last night. Last night they started out 9-0 against DeForest. But DeForest kept climbing back.
And getting the layup to go that time for the first bucket of the night is Parker Blank for Beaver Dam. So 5-2 start. Beaver Dam on the board. Doing a really good job on defense so far. Both ends. Keep in mind last night DeForest held Brookfield Central to a 5-point deficit. And they're just going to give that shot all day. But you can't give that shot all day to Anthony Rise. That's his second triple of the night. And it's already looking like it's going to be that type of night, Matt, for Anthony Rise.
Here's the thing. When you don't play in this area very often, you have a hard time knowing what to do with certain players.
And the response right back at him, Parker Blank, all 5 points, 2 for 2 from the field for Beaver Dam so far tonight.
Like I mentioned, you could, like Tulsa West, they know Brookfield Central well, and they contain Anthony Rise. That's Beaver Dam. They probably had to watch film in order to know that, but you can look at his points per game and say, okay, we got to contain this guy.
Rise thought about the floater, and they're going to step out of bounds. As Prusko not ready for it that time, it'll go back to Beaver Dam. Great defensive pressure early on. And their student section for Beaver Dam has been loud all night. You got to be loud when you travel over an hour away.
Beaver Dam is a pretty good athletic school. They've always had somewhat of a decent basketball program, so I would expect them to be in this game all the way through.
Mid-range jumper, no good that time. The first shot for the leading scorer, 15 points per game for E.J. Solitel, the junior. Nasir Avery gonna feed outside to Evan Prusko. And kick it to that right corner. They're gonna give James a wide open look again. Not gonna hit it this time. This time he hits the rim though. 0 for 2 for Matthew James. Like I said, they're not afraid to give him that shot all night. Oh, deep 3. Solitel, no good. That was a college range 3 at least. Can't connect on that one. And now Brookfield Central looking to go the other way.
Yeah, going to be interesting to see because obviously Beaver Dam's starting a little bit better than DeForest did. Oh, he's not going to. I was going to say he ain't going to do it again.
It's almost like they want Grutzmacher to shoot a 3. Like that's like the treatment they give to him, right?
Yeah, look. That's just surprising.
And Matthew James, a heck of a player though. Oh, good creation off the ball as Rise misses his first shot of the night. 2 for 3 on the night, 2 for 2 from deep. 6 points, all 8 points coming from that 2-man game I said of Rise and Grutzmacher. The 3 is no good in that left corner in front of the Brookfield Central student section. That time on the shot was Isaiah Younger.
That was shot with a little too much effort. That was a little bit almost airborne.
Prusko, take up before. He could get a shot going. And if he needs it, as he's one of the premier shot creators for the team when Anthony Rise needs an extra scoring option. But Rise doesn't seem like he needs that too much so far. He's going to kick it out to the left corner. I was about to say right on cue if he hit that shot, but Prusko cannot get it.
There was a little bit of a grab underneath by a Brookfield Central player and a Beaver Dam player during that rebound, but surprised they didn't call a foul there. There was a little bit of a push and a grab.
Ooh, lost ball that time. Good defense, and doesn't even matter as Prusko gets the deflection right back to the Lancers. I'm sure Dan Wandry wants to see a very different result from what he saw last year in this game.
Yeah, that was a bit of a heartbreak, and obviously there were things that led up to that heartbreak.
Forced turnovers,
Yeah.
they could have had the game in the bag. Rise, no hesitation is good. Anthony Rise.
Basically, a year ago, all they had to do was inbound the ball correctly, and they would have went home with a win over Case to sectionals, and that was just what ended up ending their season.
All of the buckets for Rise coming via the three-point line. 3 for 3 from deep. On the other end, gets a foul called. Ooh. Intense call that time.
Yeah,
Let's get a replay.
we don't
crew.
have replay.
We got a couple networks here. You could definitely do that. I think they're going to call that foul on number 14. They're calling it Matthew James. I think he's going to check out. First free throw is good from Parker Blank. 1 for 1 from the line. Some substitutions checking in. Jackson Ladrin, the son of head coach Tim Ladrin, checking in. Yeah, substitution as well. Ethan Cosia checking in for Brookfield Central. Have Prusco.
Brookfield Central once again bringing out a big fan base here tonight. Awesome to see. And Beaver Dam traveling pretty well too, looking at their side.
Oh, no hesitation. 3, checking fresh into the game. Ethan Cosia with the first triple of the night for him. Right on cue. And it's 14-7. Oh, good spin cycle that time from Isaiah Younger to go right back at him. And Matt Peck, that's the first bucket for Beaver Dam. That is not Parker Blank for Beaver Dam.
Yeah, he's one of those guys. Look, we obviously read a little bit because we're not familiar with him, but one of those guys you got to watch out for in Beaver Dam, similar like Anthony Rise.
Nasir Avery pulling up, no good, but Cosia fighting for the rebound. You got a couple bodies falling down, and it's going to be a tie. Are they going to reward a timeout here? Jump ball.
Let's just say this.
No, timeout. Or you want to say it, or do you want to go to timeout?
We'll go to timeout.
Well, we'll take a 30-second timeout here. 14-9. 1 seed Brookfield Central leads on 5th seed Beaver Dam. More high school basketball coming your way on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, Elijah Vinksla alongside Matt Peck here. 14-9, the 1 seed Lancers lead on number 5 seed Beaver Dam. 10:42 left here to go in the first half. It's been a heavyweight bout early on. Both teams really trying to feel each other out early. Teams that don't really see each other often. Beaver Dam an hour 15 away. And right out of the timeout, good play design as a 3-point shot for the leading scorer, E.J. Salatel, for his first bucket of the night. And it's a one-possession game again. No hesitation, 3 for Rise! Someone's got to stop him because he's cooking with gas right now. 4 for 4 from 3 for Anthony Rise. Got to rise up for him.
Oh, I'm on the phone with the fire department.
Pretty soon you got to call it. As he's all 12 of Rise's points coming via the 3-point line, and he's en fuego tonight. Oh, offensive foul that time on E.J. Salatel. It's going to be the third foul on Beaver Dam. And it was a tight battle last night with that 5-4 matchup between Beaver Dam and Sauk Prairie. What a matchup that was. It stayed within like 4 almost the whole game till the final 3 minutes when Beaver Dam started to pull away with it. Got to see some consistency here. Prusco, left wing, good! It's raining threes in the Brookfield Central Gymnasium.
I'll say this though, when a team hits their threes like Brookfield Central, it's kind of like when the Bucks play the Celtics every time. It is hard to beat them.
6 3-pointers,
Yeah.
Matt Peck, from the Brookfield Central Lancers. 18 of their 20 points. To respond on the other end, it's no good from the checking in Ben Whitnable. And it's going to be a foul on Beaver Dam. They weren't ready for that fast break opportunity.
Like I mentioned before, it's tough. If Brookfield Central continues to shoot like this, it's going to be tough to beat them. Any team, even if you're 10-seeded, you shoot like that with three-pointers, you're tough to beat. Unless you can absolutely respond the same way. Well, Beaver Dam's doing a pretty good job here early on, just like, even responding like Brookfield Central had a three earlier. They came back with a three right away.
Rise going to try to drive. Ooh. Oh, that was dangerous. He almost ran into that chair in one of those scenarios where, whoa, you got to watch out where you are. But Anthony Rise could do that to you in the paint, too. He's going to get his first opportunity at the line. Like I said, 4 for 4 from 3. Anthony Rise is one of the best shooters in the state. His first free throw is good.
At America. Let's just say this, though. What a day it's been for especially the girls' side of things. In the Division I, I know Division I on the top of my head. We sent 2 Milwaukee schools to state for girls basketball. It was Arrowhead and Muskego. We saw Muskego take down Kenosha Bradford earlier. A really close game until the final 3 minutes, and Muskego just ran away with it. And the other 3 games were all in overtime.
It's going to be FVA against Classic 8 in the Division I state championships.
Kimberly upsets Pewaukee today. And then Appleton East beats Eau Claire Memorial. That game went to double overtime here on Zaleski Sports earlier.
Ooh, good push shot floater. Ooh, rims out that time. Not the hometown bounce that Isaiah Younger gets that time. Brookfield Central, they're going to give him the wide open look. Going to try to make him pay. No, but a good offensive effort from Kosia. And they're going to get another chance at the free throw line here on the putback opportunity. Like I said, Matt Peck, if Beaver Dam wants to have a good shot to win this game, they got to clean the glass. Last night, it was almost 50 rebounds from Brookfield Central on DeForest. I know they got a lot of big size. Obviously, you got a 6'8" guy in Henry Gritzmacher, and the tallest guy on Beaver Dam is 6'4". You got a 4-inch difference right there, and Gritzmacher shows it right there, too.
Yep,
that floater.
He's deadly out there.
29 points last night.
He goes against a team that doesn't have as much height as we've seen across the state. It's kind of like Kevin Pittman at West Dallas Central. You could just keep feeding them the ball all game.
Make it a 10-0 run for Brookfield Central, and they want to keep it counting, but a little bit too reachy that time from Anthony Rise.
You got a score coming your way from Racine early on. Racine Lutheran with a 20-9 lead over Racine St. Catharines. That's a big rivalry game that'll be taking place in the playoffs tonight down in Racine. That's Division III, though.
And Racine Park leads Greendale 22-13 with 11 minutes left in that first half. Racine Park struggled a little bit last night against Bradley Tech, but they were able to get the job done. I think Jackson Moss, they said he was hurt. Not sure if he played tonight. One of their star players. As we're back here in this game, though, Brookfield Central, the last couple minutes really controlling the flow, getting some good defensive stops. And off the front rim that time, on the miss, was Parker Blank. Anthony Rise, call the fire in the third minute. They got no answer for him. 5 threes for Anthony Rise, and it's money for him all night. Got to figure out a way to stop him. 13-0 run for the Lancers. 7:50 left here to go. More exciting playoff basketball coming your way on Zaleski Sports.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now. The biggest name in streaming and the biggest name in Wisconsin high school sports broadcasting are now in the same place. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today for easy viewing of your favorite high school sports. Find games by season, sport, or school, then sit back and enjoy. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today.
Back here on Zaleski Sports for the WIAA Boys Basketball Regional Final here in the Milwaukee area. Elijah Banks-Allard alongside Matt Peck with you. Glad you guys could join us here. 7:50 left to go in the first half. You know, like 3 minutes ago, Brookfield Central, they had their lead cut to 14-12. And the last 3 minutes, Brookfield Central hasn't looked back. 13-0 run from the Lancers and 5 for 5 from 3 for Anthony Rise. he pretty much said, oh, he took that personal last night, right? He wasn't in the house last night, so he's like, I gotta heat up.
Well, the thing is, if teams want to stop Brookfield Central, like the way they've been going this year, they got to watch the team film on how Tosa West did it the last game we had them on, because they executed Anthony Rise and they ended up winning the game.
And they were able to get Henry Gritzmacher in foul trouble, which caused a lot of deflections off rebounds.
If you can't control those two, you're in a lot of trouble. Let's just be honest, because especially Anthony Rise, he's just shooting the lights out again, like with the Menominee Falls game all over it again.
Oh, the first miss of the night from Rise from 3. I think they're going to call that. If I'm Dan Wandry, I say that's a good shot from Rise. 5 for 5 to start from 3. Yeah, why not? Keep the heat going, maybe. He's on takeover mode the last 11 minutes of this game to start.
At this point, why not? Plus, he was open, so I would have let him take the shot, too.
I think a little bit of a motivational point right now for Beaver Dam is if they're like, it's kind of like last night with the Forest, right? They were down by a lot at one point in that first half, but they were able to cut that deficit to 5 by forcing some turnovers. They're going to get a wide open look from the top of the key. Ooh, just can't get anything to fall, as Ben Whitnable had a really good clean look at it to end the 13-0 run, but still stays a 13-0 run and maybe counting. Rise. Oh, beautiful mid-range jumper. He says, well, if I'm going to start to cool down from the three-point range, I'm going to start to heat up in the mid-range. 17 points for Anthony Rise. Unbelievable for one of the best scorers in the state. I think he should have been in the conversation for Mr. Basketball Player of the Year. As another three-point shot is no good that time from Parker Blank. Rise going to kick it outside Kosea. Prusko going to feed it back out. Prusko back to Kosea. Kosea, no hesitation, pulls up. And it goes over the rim, out of bounds. It'll go right back to the Beaver Dam Beavers. I almost said Brown Deer.
I get those two confused a lot. I don't know what it is. I just sit there, I'm like.
I got another score update here coming from one of the big guys, Barwick Pity on Twitter. He's at the Dominican Carmen Northwest game. Carmen Northwest leads Dominican 26-21. 9.5 minutes left to go in that first half. There.
Dominican's that team, that number 1 seed that is very vulnerable. And obviously last night they pulled it out, though, against a team that they were expected to get upset by. So,
a spin on the drive. Going to bounce pass it inside. It'll stick with Beaver Dam. But I think, like I said in the pregame, if Beaver Dam wanted to win, their keys to win was to be able to stop even one of Gritzmacher or Anthony Rise. And tonight it's been Anthony Rise they can't stop. Oh, good effort in the paint. Going up strong that time. Parker Blank, he's been on one tonight. 9 out of the 14 points coming from him. The 6-foot junior. As they're going to pull up, no hesitation, but the three-pointers, it's just not going to stop tonight for Brookfield Central. Ethan Kosea, his second triple of the night. And
Beaver Dam, if they have a hard time defending the three-pointers, they just got to try to find a way to answer back.
Oh, Gritzmacher, he's going to get an open lane. That's like easy for him. Like I said, the Tower of Terror, I call him. 6 points for Henry Gritzmacher. And just like that, Matt Peck, a 20-point lead is ballooned for the number 1 seed, Brookfield Central. And they're starting to get this game out of hand quickly, but we'll find out more after this on Zaleski Sports. Back here on Zaleski Sports, Elijah Vinksala alongside Matt Peck with you here for the WIAA Boys Regional Basketball Final. Wow, Matt Peck, I'll tell you this, 7 minutes ago, the score was 14-12, Brookfield Central leads. Guess what? It's 34-14 now, Brookfield Central leads. It's a 20-2 run for Brookfield Central, and it's led by their senior captain, Anthony Rise, who, Brookfield Central just can't miss in their home gym.
They're doing good.
8 threes tonight.
They're doing good right now, but keep in mind last night, DeForest was down by quite a bit, and they were able to sneak back in there and make it a scare before halftime.
Oh, good block that time. Ooh, Gritzmacher going to get called for the foul right there. I think Dan Wandry kind of wants to motivate his guys too. They saw how the game ended up last year against Racine Case, and he was probably saying, like, well, let's not even make this game close if we can. As going to the line is Isaiah Younger. His first chance to the line here. He had 2 points before the free throws. Henry Gritzmacher going to get a breather.
Early first half update from Pewaukee. Sheboygan North and Pewaukee tied at 20 with 4 minutes remaining in the first half.
I got another score update here, 2 games. Racine Lutheran leading 28-11 now on Racine St. Catharines. Racine St. Catharines in trouble. They're the 2 seed, right? 2 seed?
St. Cat's is a team.
Oh, the winner of that game plays MAS, though, so.
St. Cat's is a team to me. They were streaky this year.
And
Lutheran was surprisingly the better team in the 2. Because coming into the year, they weren't predicted to be. So people are like, when Lutheran started out 11-0.
And another update here, Racine Park leading 31-23 on Greendale. 8:21 left to go in the first half.
Interesting. Did somebody call a timeout?
They're going to call timeout here. Yeah, we'll just stick here because it looks like they're just in the huddle. You got any more scoring updates while we're at it here? As
nothing I could find.
A little bit of a recap here once again. It was back and forth the first 6 minutes of this regional final game if you're just joining us. But hold on, we're Brookfield Central on a 20-3 run in the last 8 minutes. So that's been kind of the story. Anthony Rise with 5 triples. But that's been the story of the night. Brookfield Central up big. You want to give us one?
So Milwaukee Academy of Science with the 7-4 lead over Kenosha St. Joseph, 13-36. Kettle Moraine up 15-8 on Middleton with 7 minutes left in the first half.
Where are you getting all these from? Is it on WISBB?
And that's all. That's all I got right now. So not many people are posting score updates, and not many schools elected to run streams. So we're kind of in a typo situation tonight. Yeah, I think there's blood on the floor. There's got to be.
Just got to clean up the mess.
Now the athletic director, Don Kurth, even taking a step out there.
Hey, tell you what, I think that Beaver Dam, they're already in the danger zone, though. They really let this game get out of hand early on already. 20 points unanswered, and
well, that's just like
24 of their 34 points have come from the three-point line, Matt Peck.
Yeah, we talked about this. I said, even no matter who plays at Brookfield Central, I mean, except obviously we saw Tulsa West, and they did a really good job. But if you play Brookfield Central, you can't contain Anthony Rise or Henry Grutzmacher. I don't know how you win. I mean, unless they're absolutely, if you leave them open, they just can't make anything. I don't know how you would win. I mean, if you can contain those two, I mean, I think you could be in a good position, no matter if you're. While with Tulsa West on Thursday, Brookfield Central obviously got to win this game first, and so does Tulsa West. They got to win their game over there too. But them. I'm trying to think who else would be in that sectional. Say Brookfield Central gets the state. Racine Park would have to do the same thing, or Greenfield would have to do the same thing.
Speaking of Tulsa West, I'm going to check up on them right now. Because that would be the winner of this game to play the winner of this game.
I think we have many blood spots on the floor.
Yeah, this is a really long one. I'll tell you what, we probably could have taken a commercial break. But we're giving some pretty good score updates here. And while we're on that, I guess we can read our game day sponsor while we're at it. Tonight's game is sponsored by Fleet Farm. No matter what your everyday life looks like, Fleet Farm has you covered at the best prices guaranteed. Auto, pet, bird, farm, snacks. Fleet Farm has everything you need at all the lowest prices. Let's check up on those Tulsa West Trojans real quick. Ooh, kick ball that time. Good defensive pressure by Beaver Dam. $18 points for Anthony Rise.
One of the streams was conflicting with our stream at first, and it said we had 415 people on. I'm like, wait, what? and then it went back to 60. I'm like, oh. I'm like, hey, that would have been a heck of a crowd.
Still really everybody
early.
Up. Oh, good. Another offensive rebound for Brookfield Central.
Plus Beaver Dam's Daily Dodge video stream is here tonight too, so we knew it was going to be a battle. But they're really nice people over there. We talked to them before the game. They gave us a really good scouting report on Beaver Dam, what to watch for.
Gave me some pronunciations for Beaver Dam too. Obviously not super familiar with their squad. I think they're going to call a blocking foul there. By the way, Tulsa West up pretty big. So if the result stands, it would be Tulsa West against Brookfield Central. If everything stands right now, Tulsa West up 40-22 on Milwaukee Lutheran with 3.5 minutes left to go in their first half.
That's actually.
What would I love to see a rematch of those two teams in the sectional semifinal?
Right now, slated for Beaver Dam, those two.
Hopefully Brookfield East if they can move it there, because that would be a picture-perfect matchup where you could get the whole community there.
get both communities. You can get Tosa West, Tosa East.
You can even get some of the Brookfield East guys if they want to see a good game. Oh, Anthony Rise on the cut. Just aware of the moment that time. 20 points for Anthony Rise, Matt Peck. He's already on slate to get to what he has. They might not even need him in the second half at this pace so far. A 3-point shot. There you go. A big answer from 13, Parker Stobie.
We're talking about Tosa. Let's give a shout out to Mary Merg. She sends her Wauwatosa East girls basketball team to state once again.
A 19-point lead for the Lancers.
Tosa East forgot to finish that sentence. They took down Union Grove today at Whitefish Bay, so they one of the representatives from the area in Division II at Green Bay next week.
Anthony Rise, why not? No, off the front rim that time. Just a little bit, not enough power on that one. 5 for 7 from 3 for him. I think that's kind of what Beaver Dam needs if they want to try to continue to cut the bleeding of that 3-point shooting. Try to force some misses. But all the looks tonight for Brookfield Central have been amazing looks from 3. Prusko going to go up. Oh, they're going to say he walked with it. Good defensive possession that time. One of the best I've seen from Beaver Dam all night so far.
Yeah, it was pretty good from Beaver Dam that time. We'll just say it interesting, but Beaver Dam's got to do a couple more things just to get back in this game. Obviously,
oh my goodness,
Anthony Rice hasn't been as hot, but
big upset brewing right now in Division 1.
What is it?
After this, Anthony Rise, he's going to take it easily to the cup, and he's got 22 points. He's on takeover mode and on a different matrix tonight.
Elijah's scaring me here in the upset.
Nina leads on Kakana at halftime, 27-20.
Ooh, that's a big one. And that's on Zaleski Sports, too.
It just seems like Nina every year, man. They could be a 10 seed, 12 seed. You don't know, man. They could always have a chance to go to state.
Lee Rabis, the head coach there, he's just got that magic power in him. I should tell him if he goes to state again, get a lottery ticket.
You could also check that game. Oh, yeah. Oh, they're going to call an offensive foul. Anthony Ryan, or no, that's Prusko, I think, that time. Set up for the charge.
Dan Wandry, speaking of him, his last state appearance came 3 years ago, 2022. The year before we started covering high school sports, he was there. In the state championship, fell to who we just talked about, the Neenah Rockets. But 2019, he won a state championship. And he's also a WBCA Hall of Fame coach.
And Dan Wandry, one of the best coaches. We work with him really well, too. Always a pleasure to talk with him pregame about the keys. Ooh. They kick it outside to Nasir Avery. They thought that was a travel, but Anthony Rise going to drive and step back. Ooh, looked like he was about to take it. Good hands in the face defense. He looked like he was about to try to shoot it again. He's got 22 in this first half. He got more than half of the points. I think it's safe to say he really wants to be in the house early on already again.
He saw us walk in. He goes, I want to be interviewed.
The motivation was last night. Grutzmacher, I respect that because he was one of the big factors why we won.
And we know Grutzmacher's family's watching.
Yep.
He's the son of Principal Brett Grutzmacher, and Brett Grutzmacher has told us many times he's got many family members out there.
Rise going up and it's just been that type of night for Rise, so it looked like that was about to go down for him, but he's going to get a chance at the free throw line to possibly get 24 points. Something about Anthony Rise, man, the Hawaii Hilo commit in Division 2. Has an elite all-around game as a guard, and he can make scoring very easily to find his team some great looks, and he's also an elite defender as he makes the first free throw. Also creates some amazing scoring bursts like we're seeing so far in this first half to get his team going. Almost had a triple. Like I said last night, I think DeForest had a pretty good scouting report on him, but I don't think it really helped because he still almost had a triple-double last night. He only scored 10 points last night, and now he's up to 24 now, and he's already starting to surge his team into already like kind of early on victory land lap, right? I don't want to say it because, crazier things have happened because this is March, folks, but but Anthony Rise, my goodness. A 3-point shot on the other end. Wow. Just can't get any shot to fall right now for Beaver Dam. They trail by 23 now.
Final score from West El Centro. West El Centro defeats Kenosha Bradford 72-45. That one just came in. That's a Division 1, and obviously we saw Kenosha Bradford's boys team earlier supporting the girls at Kenosha Trep earlier when we were down there. They were actually sitting right next to us.
Prusko going to set it up. Craddock over to Kosia. Shaking off his defender. Going to take a step back a little bit, though. Tell you what, I feel like This is a on purpose thing from Dan Wandry, kind of resting Gritzmock right now. They have a really comfortable lead. Maybe he's not going to try to put him in until it gets a little bit closer, because he hasn't played it since that 8-minute mark. Maybe he's just trying to save him for a potential win.
Yeah, like you just said, that's very smart for Dan Wandry to do that, because, why get it burnt down and get foul numbers racked up when you're up by 23 points? Don't put them back in until you absolutely need them.
And now without the shot clock, it looks like Brookfield Central aware of how much they're up by, and they're going to try to drain the clock here. Good defense, though, from Beaver Dam. Oh, Prusko, spin, cycle, ooh. Oh, good. And one last shot coming here for Beaver Dam at half court. They got to shoot it. They're not going to get it off in time, as that shot's off the front rim. But all pure domination from the Brookfield Central Lancers. A standing ovation from their fans. The number 1 seed doesn't want to go down here. 14-17 lead over number 5 seed Beaver Dam. A trip to the sectional semifinal on the line. And we'll take a break here at the halftime. More high school basketball coming your way on Zaleski Sports.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then, they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no-obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
At Fleet Farm, we're all about your everyday, but not just any old day. Here, every day's opening day. Every day's a school day. Every day's a monster day. And every day is too short. Whatever makes your day, Fleet Farm's got everything you need for everyday life.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Rich, creamy, and fun. Point Craft Soda. Caffeine-free, made with 100% real sugar. From Stevens Point Brewery.
ZaleskiSports.com has leveled up. Go to ZaleskiSports.com and choose your favorite schools for easy navigation. From the homepage, choose your school to see team records, upcoming schedules, and past results. Use the video icon to launch the next broadcast. Use the arrow icon to watch any previous broadcast. See the full weekly schedule too. Level up at ZaleskiSports.com. Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now. The biggest name in streaming and the biggest name in Wisconsin high school sports broadcasting are now in the same place. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today for easy viewing of your favorite high school sports. Find games by season, sport, or school, then sit back and enjoy. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
The biggest name in streaming and the biggest name in Wisconsin high school sports broadcasting are now in the same place. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today for easy viewing of your favorite high school sports. Find games by season, sport, or school, then sit back and enjoy. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today.
All right, back here on Zaleski Sports, halfway through here, we're going to do our Fleet Farm halftime show. 40-17, 1 seed Brookfield Central leads on the 5 seed Beaver Dam. It's all been pure dominance from the senior star captain Anthony Rise in that first half. Going to run through some scoring here. First for the Brookfield Central Lancers, like I said, they scored 40 points in that first half. 24 for Anthony Rise, 6 for Ethan Kosia, 7 for Henry Gritzmacher, and 3 for Evan Prusko. Only 4 guys getting the score, but when you got that pure dominance in that matrix that Anthony Rise is cooking in right now, they don't really need that much help otherwise, but you got to give credit for his teammates setting him up, as Anthony Rise has really been feeling himself tonight. On the other end for Tim Ladron's team, they fought really hard last night. They're going to have to take a really big effort and try to stop Anthony Rise in that second half. 9 points led by Parker Blank, the junior. He's got 9 out of the 17 points. 3 points for Isaiah Younger, 3 for EJ Salito, who Brookfield Central has done a really good job stopping their leading scorer, and 2 for Parker Stovey. But I'm going to bring this up again. I brought it up a couple times already. 14-12 with at the 12-minute mark of this game. Beaver Dam looked like they were churning in after I think they were down 12-5 to start, and they went on a kind of a big run, and they cut the lead down to 2 at that 12-minute mark. But ever since Beaver Dam had that spark, it's been all Brookfield Central after that. Closing the half on I'm trying to do the math here, so it would be 26-5 run to close that last 10 minutes. And it was all pure dominance for Dan Wandry's squad. I think he looked at that matchup from last year to this year. Last year, like some people don't remember it, but Brookfield Central, I mean, you could go back even on the network to watch it. They fill at the buzzer in a close matchup against Racine Case, which ultimately led them to finish their season in a heartbreaker. And Dan Wandry doesn't want that early on, and it's looking really good so far. I think if they can sustain that momentum and keep it going, they should be able to hold on here. But Beaver Dam looking to try to make things interesting, but we'll take another game break here.
I'll give us some scores while we're at it.
Give some scores.
I'm going to give you a Brookfield East score. No stream being ran there, I guess.
I don't see a stream there
Okay,
yet.
and I got a score from Oak Creek, and it's Oak Creek 39, Franklin 32. So we'll head to a break. That's the only score I could get as a rate, but we'll head to a break, and we'll be back after this.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now. The biggest name in streaming and the biggest name in Wisconsin high school sports broadcasting are now in the same place. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today for easy viewing of your favorite high school sports. Find games by season, sport, or school, then sit back and enjoy. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fure, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cefalatieri, Kefla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, getting set to go for the second half of the WIAA Boys Basketball Regional Final in the Milwaukee area. We got number 1 seed Brookfield Central on number 5 seed Beaver Dam, a 40-17 lead for the Lancers, and it's been all pure dominance, led by their senior captain and Hawaii Hilo commit Anthony Rise with 24 of the 40 points.
I got
any more score updates?
Yeah, I'll give you one. We might have went over this already, but Racine Park with the 46-40 lead over the Greendale Panthers at halftime. That's a close game. Greendale took down their, let's just say, their city rival Martin Luther last night. They actually won at Martin Luther too, and now they're barely trailing to Racine Park too. I'm telling you, that Greendale team, they're just streaky this year. Like they come in there, they beat Pewaukee for the first time in 10 years this year. So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I'm sure Greenfield's ahead. I don't know. I have not heard anything, but you never know. But like, it'd be kind of interesting to see a Greenfield sectional final, or no, sectional semis. I'm skipping.
Ryan Johnson's been doing some pretty special things over there too. It's been a really great run. They took down one of their crosstowns in Greendale yesterday at Martin Luther, which we thought was actually going to be a pretty close game, and ended up Greendale takeover.
I made this joke yesterday. Meeting for the Martin Luther, and we can say this for the Greenfield-Greendale game. If they meet, the loser could take Southridge.
So Martin Luther gets it?
I guess they got it yesterday, but Greenfield or Greendale.
Hey, that's a good start to the second half. Parker Stobie with his first triple of the night, 5 points. You know, they got to get kind of going in a hurry if they want to come back. Like I said, a 26-5 run to end that first half for Brookfield Central. And it's been led by Anthony Rise as Grutzmacher can't get that roll to go. And maybe that one side might just have lid on the rim tonight, huh? Uh-oh. Yeah. Top of the key three. This could be something. Ooh, off the front rim, no good. Good look that time from Parker Blank.
While we were on the discussion of malls, me and you took a nice drive after the game last night. We drove through Brookfield Square.
Yeah.
We experienced the whirly ball. Yeah, we didn't go in there, obviously, but, you know, this looks like a really nice place.
Good layup that time from Henry Grutzmacher. 9 points to go here. Only 7 in that first half. A quiet one for him. He sat in that last 8 minutes of that first half. I think with how big the lead Dan Wandry had in that first half, he don't want to take any chances.
You told I heard you told Wandry before the game, and Beaver Dam's coach, winner this game, I'll take him. You'll take him to whirly ball and you'll pay for the whole team, the whole coaching staff.
That's going to be like $1,000 paycheck right there, maybe more.
By then, yeah. How expensive that is.
Prusko with the good steal that time. Prusko going up and gets the layup to go. Evan Prusko with 5 points on the night. 24-point lead for Brookfield Central, their new largest lead of the night. Been pure dominance on the inside and out.
I've been totally impressed with Brookfield Central. I mean, they've done a really good job. Just finding their shooters, getting the ball to the right guy. They're playing good defense. They're forcing Beaver Dam to take some bad shots. But
there's another forced turnover right there.
Right there is exactly what I'm talking about, how Brookfield Central has been all night.
It's been that type of way for Brookfield Central all game long. Grutzmacher going to set up in the paint. Look at him, bodying all the way in the paint. That's too easy for the Tower of Terror, Henry Grutzmacher. Right over the 6'4" Isaiah Younger, the tallest guy. That's a 4-inch difference. And you know what's funny about that?
That's tough.
The guy that was guarding Grutzmacher, that's the tallest guy Beaver Dam has. So that's like a little bit of a mismatch.
Well, we talked about that with several teams.
Yeah, good 3-point shot that time. EJ Salatel, they want to make a last-minute run. They're going to need him to get going. Only 3 points in that first half. He's got his first 3 of the second half. 6 points on the night. Matthew James, it's interesting. Not one of the best 3-point shooters as Rise, though. He'll finish it up. Man, I tell you what, Anthony Rise shooting like 70-something% tonight. 26 points on the night, picking off right where he left off in that first half.
He's not messing around. Every time we see the kid, he doesn't play around. It just seems like it. He's dialed in every time.
On the drive, going up with it. Ooh, Grutzmacher with the block. They wanted goaltending. They're not going to get it. Jeffrey Frein that time was trying to go up with it, but Grutzmacher going to go on the other end, and ooh, couldn't get the rim in that time. Good spin move. Going up on Matthew James, can't get it to go, as that was great defense on Isaiah Younger.
Yep, School District of Elmbrook, they still have 2 teams remaining. They got Brookfield Central, they got Brookfield East playing over there. We can't get a score from there, though, yet.
Brookfield East, not yet.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to look it up. I feel like I can find it somewhere.
Who do they have today?
They have Fond du Lac, who's that sleeper team right now, who's playing really well. And obviously, Brookfield East won at the buzzer last night against Menominee Falls, a team they fell to last week. So
looks like Tim Ledring bringing a double team in the paint to Henry Grutzmacher. Ooh, good spin move by Prusko. Can't get the rim in to go. And over and back foul going to be called on Matthew James. Wandry not too happy with that call. Wandry probably doesn't have to yell that much tonight. I mean, obviously still want to win the game by a lot more, but I think he's kind of saying to his guys, let's get this game out of hand to the point where we could rest our guys for the sectional semis if they could finish this off. Don't want to put this game back in reach. We've seen this before in a couple of scenarios. Like the Forest last night, it's still a very different story. They had it down to 5 at half.
I got a 14-12 score from Fond du Lac. Brookfield East up 14-12. That game looked like it just started there too.
That would be an upset, huh? If
well, Fond du Lac's at home actually. We got that wrong.
That would be an upset if Brookfield, because you said Brookfield East is winning,
yeah,
right? Yeah. So
we're only a couple minutes in though.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe they. I think they had a sectional game there today. Maybe it got delayed.
Some schools having that sectional game on.
The Golden Beavers, the Beaver Dam, they're hosting a sectional there too tonight. I think it's a Division 5 girls sectional. It's actually being played right now as we speak. And Mike Tronset told us he went to the one the other day with Kimberly and Hartford at Beaver Dam, the Daily Dodge reporter that's here doing the game on their network. He told us he was at that game, and the final shot looked like it went in, but on the camera it actually airballed.
And Matthew James just standing there like a statue. Not even going to in a rush, up 25 right now. Nobody playing up on him. That scouting report was really high. Grutzmacher in the paint. Grutzmacher with the jam and the hammer. The Tower of Terror.
Careful, Henry. If you break that, your dad's not going to be happy.
13 points for Grutzmacher, 6 in the second half. I like that nickname for him, the Tower of Terror. Every time you see him in the paint, he's going to make you pay.
It's funny, last night when we got Henry in the house last night, his dad, Brett, the principal, comes up to us and he goes, how did that interview go?
He called travel that time. Going to go right back to the Lancers.
I said, Henry did amazing. He was excited to be on the network.
Got a score update from the Bill Crowley Gymnasium. 49-44. Carmen Northwest leads on Dominican with 12:40 left to go in that game.
That's like a under the radar matchup.
The team that Dominican lost to last year in the playoffs too, right?
Yeah.
That ultimately ended up in a sectional final appearance from Dupree Fletcher's team. This year, Avery looking to get in the three-point party, and he does. First point of the night for Nasir Avery, and 30-point lead, Matt Peck.
Oh my goodness!
You would ask me that before the night, I would have called you crazy.
Because I mean, Beaver Dam's just doing some things differently than DeForest did last night. 2 conference opponents. You figure. They probably talked about this.
That one's going to roll out of bounds right to the Brookfield Central bench. Going to go back right over. Turnovers have been a key factor, too, as the momentum just isn't switching the right way that Tim Ladrin wants to take. And largest lead of the night for Brookfield Central. Ladrin wants to take a timeout. More high school basketball coming your way on Zaleski Sports.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now. The biggest name in streaming and the biggest name in Wisconsin high school sports broadcasting are now in the same place. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today for easy viewing of your favorite high school sports. Find games by season, sport, or school, then sit back and enjoy. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, 53-23, the 1 seed Brookfield Central. Ever since that 12-minute mark in that first half, they haven't looked back. I'll even keep that run counting from that 14-12 score. Let's see here, doing the math. A 39-11 run from that exact moment we were talking about, from that 12-minute mark in that first half where Beaver Dam had it within 2. And you got to give credit to Dan Wandry's team, as it looks like on that other end too, Tulsa West, they're going to be able to handle it against Milwaukee Marshall. So things are really starting to brew that way to seeing that rematch for the 3rd time between Tulsa West and Brookfield Central in the sectional semifinal in that next round.
Yeah.
As Tulsa West up by 27 with 15 minutes left in that game.
In Division 1 Southern Region, we have an update. Oak Creek with the 52-41 lead over Franklin with 12 minutes left. That's an update that just came in. So that's one more. We'll continue to fish updates the rest of the night. Beaver Dam played a little bit better defense down.
Now,
trying to stop it.
I don't want to say it's impossible, but it's pretty far right now within reach.
Definitely.
I think Wandry's squad's getting well in the comfort zone as Matthew James gets his first bucket to go. Finding any wide open lay they could get, and the lead just keeps ballooning even more. 32-point lead for the Lancers and counting. Top of the key triple is good, and finally a 3-point look goes for Isaiah Younger.
That was a good shot for Beaver Dam right there. Obviously, I know you're down still 30-some points, but
29 now.
It gives you something to look at.
Ooh, high pass. Thankfully, Gritzmacher 6'9", but Matthew James going to get another easy look on the cut. All these backdoor cuts, Matt Peck, have been really working well and catching Beaver Dam off guard. I just think that ball movement and off-ball movement has really been the key to why they're up by so much.
Yeah.
And I think you got to think Dan Wandry's really pleased with that.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not really having to rely too much on Anthony Rise in that second half because they built that up from that first half. Oh, a double team coming on Nasir Avery. Anthony Rise going to kick it back out to Prusko. Back to Avery, sorry. He gets a 3-point shot to go. 2 triples in the second half for Nasir Avery. 34-point lead now. And we can almost get to that point of the game where we can almost say it's really getting there.
Legitimately, folks, I don't say this a joke, but I'm legitimately shocked by this score.
Yeah, I am too. Air ball that time from Jeffrey Find. And now at this point, they're just chucking up some shots.
All right, Brookfield Central, this Beaver Dam team, they can be really good at times. This is a really good scene for Brookfield Central, like going down the stretch.
Prusko looking to keep the 3-point barrage going. He can't get that to go.
Oh, that was a grab underneath.
Go off, yeah. I think the refs kind of saw how much they're up by right now, though, and kind of saw it like, oh.
You know, I think
that's not good, though. Matthew James limping off the sideline. But there was some contact
the thing to pay attention for, especially me, if Brookfield Central gets 6 more points and Beaver Dam stays at 26, it's going to be a running clock.
Yeah. 48-39. Racine St. Catharines is trailing on Racine Lutheran. 13:30 left to go in that game. Score update. Ball's going to go right back. Another forced turnover. Nasir Avery on the drive. Avery gets the layup to go. And Avery's starting to put up an own run on his own. 5-0 run from him. All 8 of his points coming in the second half. And now the lead up to 36 now. Then Rise, a little bit of a push off that time from Parker Blank. Rise only 2 points in that second half. They don't need them because 4 other guys, whether it's Nasir Avery, Matthew James, Henry Grutzmacher, Evan Prusko, have helped them out to keep the lead grow. You got anything else for us for score updates while we're at this?
No, I do not. I haven't seen much.
Winner of this game will head to the sectional semifinal as Grutzmacher sets up in the paint and an off-ball foul. Almost took the roof down on the rim again, but it's interesting, like we mentioned again, that the sectional semifinal is set to be at Beaver Dam. It's Tulsa West. It would be Tulsa West likely against Brookfield Central, but I mean, I would imagine they would have a chance to move that if that matchup stands by next Thursday. Henry Grutzmacher going to go up again and just light up the night in the paint.
The principal of Brett Grutzmacher, we're talking before the game about that. He goes, put it at Brookfield East. It's right between. He's like, I'm like, yep, it's the school district. It's the school district of Elmbrook. There shouldn't be anything going on there. I don't think they're hosting anything. But put it there. Their gym's definitely big enough. We've been in there before, many times.
Going to call a foul on the ground that time. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of this game, we will have a graphic for the regional final winner for whoever wins this game is trending right now towards Brookfield Central. And I will be going down for our Nasonville Dairy post-game show to interview the winning coach and our player of the game. I'll tell you what, if it stands right now, you already know.
Yep.
Who it's going to be.
It's going to be Elijah Vank-Salata.
It's going to be, well, I'm always in the highlight house because I'm interviewing it. Both free throws no good. That's just been the night it's been for Beaver Dam.
I just don't get Beaver Dam there.
Parker Blank.
Beaver Dam kind of like ran the other way, even though he missed the basket. It's like they didn't really want to get the offensive rebound there. It's like they just took off the other way, assuming he was going to make it.
Gritzmacher calling for the post up in the paint. Gritzmacher spins, going to go up and get fouled. So head to the line to shoot a pair of free throws. Beaver Dam, like I said too, were playing in a neck-and-neck battle last night. Oh my goodness. 1 minute ago, another score update here in Division 1. The Oak Creek Knights keep ballooning their lead up to 15 now. 58-43 on the Franklin Sabres with 11:17 left to go in that game.
Those individuals, it's nice to beat the rival, but where you're going after?
You know, it's something we talked about too, right? You remember when we said Franklin swept them this year, and they play him for a third time. It's hard for someone to beat someone 3 times in a row, and that's really showing right now.
Yeah, we're going into, let's look at Tulsa West, Brookfield Central. Obviously, if this result stands, but it's almost a 40-point game.
Oh, good shake-off move for Parker Blank. Putting it on a highlight reel and the shake and bake that time.
Tulsa West.
Parker Black.
And Brookfield Central tied this year, so they mean the second. So you don't have to worry about that curse.
That'd be a good game to do.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that 2-0 curse.
Yeah. Let's see. We'll find out right now as a three-point shot. The three-point barrage. It's a three-point party, Matt Peck and Ethan Kosia keeping it going. More than 10 threes tonight for 3 threes for Kosia. 69-39. Tulsa West leads Milwaukee Marshall with 12 minutes left. So it's really looking like it's going to be that matchup. Oh, Nasir Avery.
Oh, my goodness.
Welcome to the three-point party, ladies and gentlemen. It's been all night.
And Dan Wadry looks hype over there. He's like,
all night long.
He's like, it's just awesome.
I'm going to try to, the next day ball, I'm going to try to count how many threes they have. Because this has been something. 70-29 the score now.
And the clock stays running. We're officially at that threshold where.
What's the score? Well, how much are they up by now? 51, is it? They've been just running
40,
up that
41,
scoreboard.
41.
Yeah, 41.
No.
6, 9, 12, 15. I tallied it up, ladies and gentlemen, and Brookfield Central has 12 threes on the night. And it's just been that type of night in the home cooking. The last time in the season that Brookfield Central, these seniors will play in it, as we have a running clock now. But Matt Peck, I tallied it up. 12 threes in the game for Brookfield Central.
I told you early on, I said they're going to be tough to beat if they could do that. Any team that shoots like that,
they shoot like that against Tulsa West. That's a good shot. Ooh. Gritzmacher with the rebound. I would imagine in a couple minutes they're probably going to give an ovation here. Oh, Prusko. Why not? 13 threes on the night for Brookfield Central. I think that's officially the dagger. They got this one in the bag now. I'm going to say Brookfield Central's pretty much got this. Oh, what a spin pass that time, out of bounds. Oh, but nobody was there. Oh, the highlight reel. Rice almost saved it again. He went behind his back to save it from going out of bounds.
Here's me when it goes out of bounds. Oh, I got to stop the clock. No, I don't have to, actually.
Running clock now. Ball's going to go back to Beaver Dam as some of the guys going to check out now. They're going to check out the seniors, the 2 lone seniors. Like I said, a very youthful team. Senior Parker Stobie and Jeffrey Frine will check out for one last time in a Beaver Dam Beavers uniform. Congratulations to them on an amazing career. This is also going to be the last time, like you mentioned, for Brookfield Central, the last home game ever for these seniors, especially notably for a guy, Anthony Rise. And they're starting to chant that too. Good sportsmanship from the Brookfield Central student section as the three-point shot's no good from Cruz Rohde. And a reload at that time, it'll go over and back. And you get some substitutions checking in now And I think that'll do it for Rise, Grutzmacher and Prusko checking out. Those are going to be the two guys to watch out for the next 2 years for Brookfield Central, right?
Yeah.
Yes, both those guys are juniors, and I expect Prusko to take a very big role next season in Anthony Rise's shoes. But
Anthony Rise staying out there, though.
I think they're going to check him out individually because of how much he's had on this program, too. So, I mean, a quiet second half, but it matched his amazing first half. 26 points on the night.
We've covered him junior and senior year, the times we've been here. And every time we've had him on, it's just seemed like he's right there having an awesome game.
Rise going to go out one more time. He'll get a pair of free throws. As we're going to get Sam Coraggio to check in, the freshman checking in for Dan Wadry. Got a lot of guys that he could put in from his bench. 4:20 left to go. The clock just continues to roll, like I said. The running clock at this point of the game. First free throw, no good for Rise. And you would have possibly imagined maybe after the next free throw, he's going to check out this game for the last time in the Brookfield Central Gymnasium. As he does make the free throw, and that'll do it for Anthony Rise tonight. Congratulations, young man. The standing ovation from some guys here. An amazing night that will punch the Brookfield Central Lancers 3 minutes away from going back to the sectionals. And they'll likely have a date against their rival Tulsa West, the team they share the Greater Metro Conference with, as they're edging away to try to get that too. A bounce on the layup is good that time from Eli Johnson. Freshly checked in off the bench, his first points. 10 minutes left to go. A 31-point lead for Tulsa West. They should be able to hold on that one.
We got 43-point lead here, 31-point lead over there. It's going to be interesting to see what these two mesh on Thursday night, what it's going to look like.
I think it's going to be a fun game. Oh, try to get him off the pump fake, and they're going to go to the corner. A three-point shot. Oh, try to get some of the bench guys involved in the three-point party. Should call it the three-point parade, actually. That's how it's really been. We're going to shoot the three on the other end. That's no good. Brendan Lange was the one that shot it that last time. Got a couple substitutions in now. At the top of the key, Brady Craddock. Got to move it around to Sam Coraggio. Over to Kosia. 2.5 minutes left to go. You got to give the credit, all the credit in the world to Dan Wadry for putting together a really good effort where you don't have to worry about losing out a buzzer beater tonight.
That's
unlike
for sure.
what happened last year in this very game in the regional final. And the defense has just been spectacular all game, forcing turnovers as well. Then go top of the key, three-point shot, wide open look, no good. Kosia with the rebound, and it'll be a jump ball. Stick with the Lancers with 2 minutes left, and we're going to get some more substitutions checking in. Ryan Zhang, Afanyu Nafor. We got some of these guys that don't get too many minutes come in now. Kellen Larkin, number 23, checking in. I would imagine that this place is going to go crazy if one of these guys can get a bucket to go down in the last 2 minutes. But a well-deserved rest now coming up for Brookfield Central as they're going to gear up for a date against Wauwatosa West next Thursday. I'm going to say that because they're up by 31 right now in that game against Milwaukee Lutheran. Three-point shot at the top of the key. For Jackson Glumsky, fresh off the bench, joining the three-point parade. And that's just an even more exclamation point onto the night this has been for Brookfield Central. A three-point shot at the top of the key, no good. Rebound to Ryan Zhang, or Jackson Glumsky again, sorry. Glumsky gonna drive it in, kick it outside. Euro step, he traveled with it that time. Let's get the microphone ready. Kellen Larkin. Number 35 checking in now, Dean Schaefer Jr. And a whole new lineup in for Dan Wadry's squad. What has been an amazing night for the Lancers. Oh, another steal here. Oh, he loses the ball though. Dean Schaefer, the crowd wanted him to score. And they'll go quickly on the other end. Nick Krasinski gets his first bucket of the night. 25 seconds left to go. Let's see if one of these bench guys tries to score. Jack Peterson over. Ryan Zhang on that right corner. Going to feed it in the post. Outside to Zhang again. Ryan Zhang going to kick it outside to Glumsky. He already has 1-3. Glumsky going to feed it back in the paint. They're just going to move it around here with 5 seconds. And ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Jong, one last shot. No good at the buzzer, but the putback, no. And that'll do it, ladies and gentlemen. Brookfield Central, the 1 seed, has punched their ticket to sectionals and are the regional champions. 77-33 in a huge blowout here tonight. A 44-point win for the Lancers. They haven't looked back since that first half. Around 12 minutes left in that first half, and we'll stick with you here for the plaque presentation, and then I'll go down to interview Dan Wandry and our highlight house player of the game, Anthony Rise, after this.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fure, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number.
Back here for our Nasonville Dairy post-game show. We're joined right now by head coach Dan Wandry. Dan, I mean, this was like a big game from the start from you guys. Just talk about how your effort was today on both ends.
Wow. Our coaching staff did a phenomenal job getting a game plan together. I'm really proud of them. But our guys, our defense throughout this game was unbelievable. I think they're close to 40% as a team on the year from three, and our guys were just locked in, and then obviously offensively Anthony got going and Henry got going, and then we just started sharing the ball, and we've been a team all year. Obviously Anthony's been our lead dog, but really proud of our guys. That was an impressive effort by our guys.
I'm going to be the first to tell you guys this, but you guys are going to be doing a rematch again against Tosa West coming up. How much are you guys looking forward to that game, and what's going to be like the prep for that game?
Yeah, we're probably going to celebrate a little bit tonight. We're looking forward to that game, right? You don't never really want to play somebody a third time, but as soon as the brackets came out, you kind of figured we might have to do that, and they took it to us pretty good here a couple of weeks ago, so our guys will be ready.
Thank you for your time, Coach. Good luck the rest of the way. We're joined right now by our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game, Anthony Rise. Just talk about that first half you had tonight. You had all your teammates getting yourself going, and then you kind of spread the ball out too.
Yeah, I think it was the first half happened that good because how good we played together. I got going, but we all got going, so that's what really made it a difference.
And talk about this moment this year. I know last year you guys were in a very depressing moment, honestly, in that buzzer beater. But talk about how much it is to kind of get revenge this year and try to get back in the spot in a blowout, massive win.
Yeah, it means a lot. Obviously, last year didn't go how we wanted it to. But with these guys, it's going pretty fucking well. So, yeah.
Talk lastly about Tulsa West one more time. You guys, they kind of handled you guys pretty well that second time, but you guys got them that first time. Talk about that matchup a little bit and what you're expecting in that against Tulsa West.
I mean, they're a really good team, and we just got to do what we got to do to win, and I think we're going to do that. So.
All right, we're going to put the whole team in the house here.
Hell yeah.
So I'm gonna ask you guys are going to say we're the Brookfield Central Lancers, and we're in the house. 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1.
We do the Brookfield Central Lancers in the house.
Thank you, boys. All right, that'll do it, ladies and gentlemen, here. Brookfield Central, they are the regional champions here on Zaleski Sports. They will have a date against the 2 seed. Tulsa West coming out next week. They're celebrating with the student section. We don't know where we're going to be next week. Depends, but this has been a blowout and a really big matchup here between these two teams. 77-33, Brookfield Central handled Beaver Dam pretty easily tonight here from the jump, but it's going to be exciting to see what we got coming up next. This is March, ladies and gentlemen. We got more basketball coming up next week. Sectionals, stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, to our social medias, but this has been fun in the regionals here in the playoffs. We're just getting started, and that'll take us to the end here. We will sign off here. Elijah Banks-Lott and Matt Peck signing off in the Milwaukee area. We might be back next week, hopefully for sectionals.